What's up, guys? Welcome to Wasted Space. We're back on the Rim. Plenty to get going with, although mostly what we're going to deal with by the looks of things is the fact that everybody is hooking up. So it actually made me think, you know what? Let's move the marriage spot to in front of the TV so people have got places to sit down. Let's do the party spot there as well. And we need to be worrying about marble, because despite what I've said in replies to comments, both of these are set to sandstone at the moment and we don't have any marble. Whereas what I wanted to happen was one to be sandstone and one to be marble. So, yeah, that's all a bit wrong. So what else have we got to get done while these guys go about breakfast? A little bit of area management. Because animals, firstly, are allowed in there, which they shouldn't be. But I also want to stop them from going through the bedrooms as well, because I think that's actually causing disturbed sleep at times. Might as well do it like that. Yeah, look, they're just running out of the bedrooms, so I don't think that's a great setup. So if I clear off all these areas for the animals, that should help. Yeah, don't go into the prisoner room either. It's a bit better. The other thing I think I need to do is stop them from going too far from the base as well, but that's a blimmin', like, look how little I could do at a time. I'd have to completely redo the animal area, I think. Do it from the inverse approach. What else have we got as far as allowed areas? Area 1 needs to cover that up as well. Down there's all alright for the time being. Out here's all alright. That's fine. Do really want to go. That's a snow clear area. Let's get rid of the snow from within our fridge as well. I think that'd be a pretty good idea. Can probably clear that back. Oh, family and visitors. Yeah, you see, I've been told off for even considering kidnapping people, so okay. Yay, family's here to visit. Damn guys won't let me kidnap anybody. They're family, we want them. Oh well. Let's also rearm that. Sandstone we have quite a bit of. Let's also make sure that I've gone and hauled a whole bunch more. That's all marked. In fact, we got a fair bit marked up last time, didn't we? There's a bit more there. That's all marble, so that's no use. Okay, we also got some temperatures in here that are not right. That's set to -4. That's set to -4, so that's okay. Hodor's in a bad mood with us. I think we're going to use Hodor to open up this, because this has blatantly got cryopods or whatever inside it. Could be bugs. What are you doing over here, friend? Stone cutting, are you? I see. Very slowly stone cutting. Okay, fire foam poppers I think is another good thing for us to consider covering, like we could probably do with one in that room. Blight has destroyed all my crops. That's fine, we've got more food than we could possibly need. Let's also go with a couple in here. And this area here, given the growing zone's just disappeared, let's see if we can't make our fellas a path through. Look at that, you see, just deletes the whole thing. Someone was suggesting to me about being able to do that separately, but in reality, it's just annoying. It always seems to delete what you're working on. Okay, we've got enough potatoes. Let's go with something else. Strawberry? More cotton? Corn? More corn, perhaps. But that should give them a little pass-through in there. And at the same time, what are you doing? You're doing rice, potatoes. No, let's go more strawberries. More strawberries. Heel roots, fine. Rice, rice, rice. And then loads and loads and loads of potatoes. So, strawberries, cotton, cotton. More rice. Just mix it up a bit. We're also going to go in here and I'm going to up the number of both fine meals and lavish meals we're making on the basis that this is actually a better thing to sell than just the raw food, and it'll give our cooks have got plenty to do, you know. Plenty of time, they're not too busy, so let's just have this up nice and high. They'll sit in the freezer, everything waiting nicely, that'll all be fine. Hopefully we've got some marble actually being worked on. Little bit. Should also get up here and reclaim what steel we have available. A lot of hauling complaints by the looks of things, even though our doggies should be getting that done. Now, there was some talk in the comments of renaming animals 2 colonists. Now, I don't even know how you do that. I looked for ages just trying to work out where the hell it is, because apparently it's in here somewhere, and I can't find it. So if someone can work out how I can rename animals, I'm down with having some animal guys from the comments as well. Hodor is starving. We need to restrict him to the base, don't we? Manage areas, new area, rename. Hodor. And we're going to use the invert for him. Let's have a look. So, what we want to do is... In fact, how am I going to do this? And currently, Hodor's got nothing. I want him to... I suppose I can just do the inside here. I want him to stay within the base completely. Walking through the traps? Perhaps not. Perhaps not. He's bad enough as it is. Let's not trap him intentionally quite yet. Stay inside, Mr. Hodor. We do not need you wandering around outside the base, just generally causing hassle. And more importantly, getting repeatedly starved, or I think he's about to fall asleep outside, basically. Collapse outside, I should say. He's not really falling asleep, is it? And a little bit through there. That looks alright. Yes. So come on then, Mr. Hodor. See if you can make it back inside. Drop that bit of rock you're carrying. That's just slowing you down. Speaking of bits of rock and the like, our power situation is absolutely fine, and I'm going to therefore get our lights back on again. And we are missing one in that room for some reason. And that one, no power at all? Ah, yes, because of the medical room and wanting to redo some of the walls of the medical room. That makes sense. Okay. We don't have enough supplies of stone at the moment for that, so I'm just going to hold on that respect. Because I do think that I want to go about the idea of making like an intentional sapper. We got a sapper trap that we want to make, but we also kind of want to make, I think, an intentional like infestation trap, if we can. Like a dark area under the mountain that they sort of spawn in because it's dark and it's been provided for them. I don't even know if this works, but I feel like that's a thing we should try. More traders, all the traders. Poor mood for Hodor. We might stick the other joy wire in him, you know. At least it'll stop him from getting so angry with me. In theory. How's this going for marble? Still none. Need more stone cutting going on. Should have some pretty high priority on crafting. I could maybe drop radish down one. Should mean dragon. We do, of course, have the electric smelter with builds on it as well, so that's worth taking into account. The other thing I should do, I think, we got this with sandstone. This should really have marble chunks in it as well. And then I think I'll expand it too a little bit. See if we can just always have a chunk nearby and waiting. I don't think that's going to always work, but hey. Now, further cut-throughs, because I feel like some of this stuff is... Oh, here we go. They will prepare for a while and then attack. The shadow criminals, what we got? Shotties, a sniper rifle, lots of charge equipment. Anyone outside the base? Yes, a whole bunch of them. Okay. Area 1, please, friends. Get yourselves back inside ASAP. See what happens here. These guys are out of range. Good, so we'll escape this, alright. It's just they're quite close behind. I wouldn't want to get caught in a fight outside. It's worth noticing, it's a bit... With how the base is so close to the back of the map, that could be problematic at some point. Dunno. Anyway, let's speed things up, get everyone back in the base. Next cut through, I think, is going to be here. So they can come in out of that side. This whole growing area really needs reworking. It might even be a time to do that with the amount of food we've got stockpiled up. But yeah, cut through in there, and perhaps another one into here, and another one through here somewhere. It's not really an obvious place for it, but I feel like these would help things. Ooh. Animals. Do we have a... Is the home zone suitable? No, it's not. Animal Area 1 is also really weird because it has bit... Wow, they can only do weird things outside. Right, I need to fix this quickly. Animal Area 1. This is where all of our crops were outside and are no longer. So that's fine. But we also, by the looks of things, need a new animal area. Aim for... Cool, and that can be animal raid. Yeah, again, it's a case of animals inside the base, please. Most of them kind of are, but... Cover all this stuff up. The most exciting bit of entertainment, watching me place down zones over and over and over again. Probably not in a very efficient way either. Oh dear. Not home, expand allowed, animal raid, they are going to be allowed in there as well. Now, did I remember to have a door there? Yes, good. Okay, so let's turn off the hold opens on these. There is a door there, so that's all good. Don't know if these guys know about the traps. There's some talk about whether or not these fellas will actually learn that I have traps in those locations. I did not actually remember to set the animals to the animal raid, which was not very intelligent. I think they're all inside anyway. Let's have the animal names on so I can see them a bit easier. No, Sherlock's out there. What are you doing? Wandering. You should not be wandering. You should be within animal raid. And animal raid tells you to get back the hell inside, Sherlock. What are you doing? I can't even control them. Poor mood, idle colonists, that's fine. Are you literally just homing in on those? Thankfully, they're going the other way around. This should be fun at least as well, because we've got all the guys from Uncle's Town just hanging around there too. Okay, turret's on. Do we want to take out any guys? We might as well. Let's do all of you lot. And say you lot as well. Why has someone got food poisoning? Oh no, it's gutworms. Okay, okay. That's fine. Busy vomiting. Alright. Dragon can probably stay. That's probably enough firepower here. Ooh, it's even running kind of badly. Too many people. Okay, so... Some of these guys have, like, nicked my firing positions. I'm supposed to be there. Slow things down a bit. Are these guys coming the way I want? They are. Good, good. No one's stopping to attack a door or anything weird like that? No. Max, you can go back inside, my man. Excuse me. So many animals wandering around in the way, it's hard to see what's even going on. Well, I think that should be us well and truly ready for our friends here. Few people just chilling inside, getting bits done. Gravelfoot cooking away. That's all good. Come on, guys. Make it way down the snake. Oi! I wonder what that noise was. Just beating on my wall out there. Is this because it's not finished? Normally they ignore that stuff. Not that it's going to matter. Oh, is the traps hurting? Teehee. Now they've just stopped. This person's on that door for no reason. Weird. Are these ones with like sapper AI? I was like melee attacking cooler. That's not a cooler, it's a door. More traps. More peeps. Goodbye, peeps. Any more for any more? Now, normally they wouldn't stop like this. They're only stopping because we've got people trying to leave at the same time. What a mess. Dragon, where are you going? Repairing sand... Ah, so that must be within the allowed zone from the outside. So they're currently in area 1. Yeah, look, this can't happen. Cannot want them to go outside to repair anything. Sudden pause in the fight to make sure that our colonists aren't going to do anything weird, but yeah, this was a mistake. I needed to keep it 1 block away from the edges so they aren't inclined to go out and try and repair or do anything like that. Dragon, just join the fight, to be honest. No. The animals are letting them out. The animals are letting them out. Stop doing that. A surprisingly large amount of those guys like survived that kind of okay. Will you stop trying to beat on that door? And right, okay. You guys go back to business. Gravelfoot up here, and where's Max? Max, my man. Max, out here as well, please. One of you is going to go and get Roland, and the other one is going to go and get Zappy. Dragon, you're fine. Anyone out here still alive? One person has survived. Shadow criminals. Shot off leg. A lazy night owl that's trigger happy. That's incapable of hauling again. Oh my word. No, I'm not interested. You're just a mouth to feed with no use. Max, Gravel, get to your places. These guys are, at some point, going to actually break through those doors. Zappy? Meet Gravelfoot from behind. Yep. Oh. No, that's not what I meant to do. What else is in there that's... Aha, it's the charge rifle that's forbidden. Max, get Roland. These doors aren't ideal, but they do seem to work. So that's a start. Roland from behind. A Max. Then they're just so busy trying to escape that they... Oh, wait, hang on. They are fighting back. Come on, Max. Yeah. And health. He's got a bionic eye. We're going to nick that. I assume there's an operation to be able to take his eye out. I want it. If nothing else, I want it. Fast-walking optimist that's capable of a lot of stuff. Actually, to be fair. How did you end up, Max? Not too bad, just a couple of cuts. Alright. Capture. And let's rebuild that door. This door setup doesn't seem quite right, if I'm honest. Anything more? Nope. Not going to strip them because we've got the crematorium up and running now, so that's fine. They'll just get stripped internally as they're taken to be burnt. Max has made it out of that very, very slow pathway. Lots of cleaning up needs doing, but that's kind of alright. Should we actually do this like this, perhaps, so that Max can make it back in time to get some proper treatment? And in here, what we never really did was set a couple of these as medical, which would be a good idea. It's also pretty chilly, so let's go and turn that heater on too. Cool, Roland, we want you, I think. Fast-walking optimist, good at shooting. Sort of recruitment difficulty, 98. Operations, harvest, remove part, left eye. So we could, if need be, just claim an eye. An extra prisoner, not too hard. We can kind of deal with it at the moment. Let's go meds, food, the whole shebang. 3 colonists idle, so that means let's get the restrictions back off again. Same with the animals. No, animal area 1, not unrestricted, thank you. Cool, bulk goods trader, Kieran. Where is Kieran? Oh, right. Yep. In bed with Radio Radish. Roger. Hodor's idle. Who would have thought? Idle and just chilling in the prisoner quarters, apparently. Okay, you're going to have to get up, I'm afraid, Kieran. I know that's interrupted sleep, but we want to do some trading. Lots of dromedary leather, not surprisingly. Lots of boomalope leather. First of all, I'll take your components. Thank you. Ooh, more huskies. More huskies. They're not expensive. It's kind of a cheap and easy way of getting more hauling into the colony, which is kind of a big deal at this point. So we got a 12-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 2-year-old. That's a bit weird. How much money have we got? 9. Part of me would prefer to get a bit more cash before we worried about more animals, so let's just accept that for the time being. What I do need to do, however, is get a trade beacon down in our fridge so that we can actually sell some food when we need to. One there and one there. Should be good. Marbles clearly coming in because they are actually finishing some of that stuff off. Hodor's angry with me. Nothing new there. Alright, what else is on the list? Cold weather clothes for the cooks. That's a pretty good idea. Let's assign manage outfits. New. Cook. So you want to be wearing high quality. Let's have poor to legendary. Yeah, I'm not going to turn personal shields off, but let's give you like nice cold weather gear. So button down shirts, no dusters or jackets. You can have tribal wear. Leave that on. Headgear should be good. And then we can do, where are we? Gravelfoot, cook, and who else was our cook? Atomic Nom. Nice, nice. Oh, and I forgot to reconnect our turrets. Better, although drain on batteries was remarkably gentle. Kind of fine with that. Be nice if people started doing a bit of clearing up out here, but I guess their hauling priorities are taking them up here at this point. Is Howler injured? No. It just looked like there was blood trails. You know what? Hodor, go research for us. At least we can be getting that moving slowly. So, we don't... metal weapons and tools, maybe. Carpets are always fun. Don't want to get mortars yet, because they're a problem. Let's go smithing. And then Hodor has a purpose for a bit. Isn't that wonderful? Even though it takes him a while to work out that he's got a purpose. This needs holding open, as does that one. Better. Quality weaponry have we got? Good, shoddy. That really needs hauling. Max, can you haul the charge rifle for me, please? It's about the best we got out of it. Let's auto rearm those. It's all travelling along. Now there was some thinking, some thoughts about having a prison, or having our prison here. So it's basically, oh, quick, kidnap, kidnap. No, it's having our prison here, so that, firstly, if there's ever a breakout, they break out in front of the turrets. But also, it just keeps everything nice and separate. You know, again, if there's a breakout, they don't break out inside the base. It makes a bit of extra use of this space out here. I don't think it's going to give anyone that comes out of this tunnel anywhere they want to hide because of the shape of it. So, I think that could be onto something. Loath to do too much, though, just on the basis that... let's just do that as well. Let's to let the air from inside... sorry, that's not right. Clear no roof area. Other way around. There we go. Give it a roof except for one tiny corner where it doesn't have one to let the heat out, but still protect it from lightning. Yes, that's my intention. Like this one, just there. Kind of need to move this stuff soon as well. Clean this up a bit as well. Get rid of these growing zones. Start growing some cacti next year, I think. Cool. Base is mostly cleaned up. Bunch of gear came in from that. Need to get rid of some of it. Add bill. Burn apparel. Anything below 30 hit points that is lower than normal, I reckon. Let's make that 50% that's lower than normal. Anything above that may be worth selling. Well, that should... We're not getting much money out of it. We'll get more out of the food, etc. And it's taking up all of our space. So anything too low, like basically all of this stuff, look at it, gets burnt. It is cold out there. Okay, more power into the walls. But we can't do that because we're still waiting on stone. Stone really is our thing that's slowing us down the most. How's the hauling going up there? It's just not, so I take that back. It's probably still hauling that's slowing us down the most. Bit of repair, that's all good. Sad that they got through these doors. I was kind of hoping that that was going to be relatively safe territory. Yeah, so bit. That's only got marble in it, so... Copy settings... New stockpile... And in here, just have sandstone, just to be sure that we get both types. Cool, they do use my little pathway through there. That's clearly speeding things up, so that's nice. Does look like we should do the job of moving all of these things around and actually laying things out in here a bit more sensibly as soon as possible. Steel supplies are very low, however, as they seem to always be. Disassemble mechanoid is on, but I don't think we've got any. Smelting metal from slag is on. That's kind of all fine. Have we got a pool table yet? No. Poor mood, idle colonists. Why are you idle? You can't be done with that research. Or are you? Really? Why is that? I've got it turned off. That would explain. Did that ages ago as well. Look at all these wonderful family that I should be kidnapping and it's just taunting me with. Expand home zone. You know what? This big trail of blood leading around the outside of our base is probably not a good thing to have. Just thinking about it. In here, that's fine. They don't go through there. But this big trail of blood? Yeah. Okay, so... It is literally just hanging on blocks at the moment. Blocks and hauling. To the point where I think I am going to suspend that and suspend that. I want them focusing on the thing that's slowing us down. Plenty of spare beds, so that's not exactly a concern anytime soon, so actually cancel that off. Wow, and take a quick drink. My throat is being weird today. A bit better. Anything much going on around the map? We got any cougars hanging around I need to finish off? A few cacti kicking around, that's worth noting. If we need any further wood, then we can go and grab that. Not that I've been using wood for anything, but... Breakdown heater, that's not a problem. Let's do an inspection of people's moods, given that everything is going kind of quiet. So, needs... looking pretty good. Worn out apparel is the shield, which I don't think we have a replacement for, so... Sorry, but you're going to have to deal with that. So, what else we got? Mick. Looking good. Man, look at them. Yeah, they're looking real good. Got some lovin'. Oh, yeah. Who's that, Jurgen? GG. GG. 8 without table. That's not really excusable. There's such a nice table. All that apparel. I can invite us Gravelfoot again. What else have we got? Very joy deprived. Ash. Really? That kind of surprises me. Hey, pool table's almost done. Got the telescope outside. I might move the horseshoe pin indoors somewhere. There, perhaps. Everything's breaking down. Hard snow. It's warm enough indoors. Blooming freezing outside. Real cold. The first pool table. Come on. Beauty 16. I can't read what the quality of it is. Or does it not say yet? Probably doesn't say yet. They do take a while to build, those things. Med's looking great. Good stone crafting is actually going on, so they've almost finished this out there, which means I can now start thinking about some of the internal stuff again. So, first up, prison. I think that's where we'll have our prison area. Get rid of some of these plans that are kicking around for no reason. Could do with some more turrets at some point. 200 plasteel. How much does a plasteel turret actually take? 75 plasteel. Interesting. Do these really have longer range? Someone told me these have longer range, but they don't look like they do. If it is, it's by a very small amount. Hodor did something. Powered armor, I guess. And then this is going to need... Now what I should have done, thinking about it with this, is set it up so that I had multiple prison blocks rather than a single room. So let's just think about that quickly. So in these rooms we're going to want a bed, a table and a chair. This is the smallest table we can put. There's a snowman in the way. Not very helpful. Steel chair, and then I guess that's the point where the wall cuts off, which is not going to fit very nicely. Should have thought about this a bit more before just randomly placing down blocks. So, in these rooms, they can have... How can I lay these things out a bit more efficiently? Table, not a hospital bed. No, that's not a particularly good layout either. I think the only way that really makes much sense is a bit like that. Which means each one is 5 blocks wide. Hang on. Too big again. Fail. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's that one. There's that one. Better. Cool, and then temperature-wise, vent, and just one of the rooms can have a heater in it. Something a bit like that, I think. Nice, that's all finished off, so they should leave that alone now. Shouldn't give me too much hassle. Pair of billiard tables done while I was distracted. That's pretty sweet. This place has got to be looking reasonably nice now. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's pretty high beauty in that room. Extremely impressive, luxurious, spacious, beautiful, but a little bit dirty. Interesting. So have we got perhaps not enough cleaning going down now? Yeah. That's alright. Right, now let's just get power to it. In fact, power already goes to it because it goes along there. Sweet. And that makes this much easier to convert into a sapper trap and a corridor to link this side to this side. Do also need to, think about some more cut-throughs in here that's going to make things a bit quicker, and I think through there is probably the obvious. That is going to be internal eventually, so maybe I leave that until we're ready to do that bit of things. No one's using the hospital, so side's going to be easiest to do. Just get that mined out. Start replacing more of these walls with proper ones, and that as well. Hodor! No, dragon. Gutworms. Gutworms is bad, yo. Cool. Right. Quickly get the wall all replaced. Chance to recruit Roland is going up ever so slightly, very slowly. Cool, steel supplies are going to be dropping low, aren't they? So maybe it's time to unsuspend these two. Not one, not one. Thrumbos in the area. Wow, 3 thrumbos. Are they all female? No, there's a male. Click the tame button? Don't think so. Can we get these snowmen out of the rooms? And what should they have? A marble tile? What sort of fail is this? What sort of fail is that rubbish? Gravel, what are you doing up? Weird decision, but okay. Should really trade with these fellas, I think. When we get the chance. Local dromedary. And a big fat no. Oh, so cute. They're just sleeping out there. Like saying, please, just come and tame me. It'll be fine, I promise. And they lie. Will not be fine. No, not ever. Let's get some of this annoying bits and bobs hauled as well. Yeah, dragon's still starving overnight. And then immediately wakes up to real nice meal. Marriage is on. Xavier and Jurgen. It's going pretty well in this colony for people getting together, at least. Lots of marble, not very much sandstone. Dragon, are you getting on that? Oh no, you're waiting for treatment a lot of the time. That explains some of the delays. And then are you having to go and haul your... No, smelting metal from slag. Don't do it. I'm going to have to turn this off. Cool. I'd been paying attention, I would have seen it had done all of that, and I could just deconstruct it. All of a sudden, it's got a lot darker in there. Did I deconstruct a lamp or something? I must have done. Also, this needs reconnecting as well. Should not be on. Food time, meal supplies, yeah, remaining vaguely stable. It's almost time, I think, to get the second fridge on. Cargo pods with camel hair. Random. What we really need is some meat. At this point, we're going to be running a bit low, I figure. But, middle of winter, so there's nothing to hunt. Spring has begun. I take that back. I take that back. Who's idle? Addy. Why would you be idle, sir? I don't see any reason why you would be idle. You should really have some things to do, although, by the looks of things, maybe I should be paying more attention and actually running power where it should go. And mine. So let's get these corners done too. Little bit at a time. Tidy everything up. Reckons he's still idle. Not out of steel. They went and grabbed all that stuff outside. That's just going to be a lack of marble and the like. Can we... Prisoners. Prisoners and prisoners? Yes. Nice. In prison areas. No idea. Oh, actually I did forget one thing. We also want... Each of these should have a light, really. Also, looking like end of episode sort of time. Almost like it's been a quite long one, in fact. Kieran, sir, have some breakfast, and then no, don't run off. Call the pirates, see what they got. Other than potentially buying Roland from me, I've got a component: psychic insanity lance. Very expensive medicine, and that is about it. They will, however, happily take these really, really bad charge rifles from me. Which is fine. Or a really bad charge rifle from me. Hodor Jr. should not... Oh, Addy's taken over the research, that's why. Addy, bro, that's Hodor's job. Leave it alone. Nice social little environment in there. Everyone chilled. I don't know why there's just a cloth toque sitting around in the way. Is no one actually burning these things? I did have that bill set, right? Oh, no. No, I did not. I told it to do it once. With one single item. Good job. That's right. Burn that useless stuff. Burn it good. Okay, and a quick weapons check, I think. So you've got a shoddy charge rifle. Go grab a better one. Dragon, you have normal survival. That's alright, but let's just give you a charge for the time being, I think. Hodor, did we find a club for you? Not yet. Amber, normal survival. That's not bad. But maybe should be replaced with a sniper. Mick. Poor sniper, that's fine. Good sniper. Poor survival. Surely we've got something better than a poor survival. We've got at the very least a normal one, but we've also got a superior one. Gravelfoot's using melee. Ash, good charge rifle. More snipers. Normal, that's fine. Charge rifle, good, good. And back round to Hodor. So, yeah, weapon situation looking alright. I think the other thing I should do with these is change their settings to no melee. You're only allowed 2 things in here. You're allowed charge rifles and sniper rifles. That's it. There we go. And these guys should get around to burning everything that's taking up all of our space in there anyway. Addy's still idle. Do we need to give you more things to build? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Plenty more by the looks of things. That's all waiting on marble. That'll go down to there, and then that's probably about it. Might want to get rid of some of these ugly sort of lumps of stuff that are kicking around in places. No more stone. They have hauled it all. I'm going to mark some up for hauling, and then I think we're going to leave it there, because I think this has gone on long enough, and it's a pretty quiet moment. Not sure if we're about to see any action from Cass or what, but right now they're pretty chill. Get all this sandstone and marble back to the base. Do it now. Nice, nice, nice. So, progress today was relatively limited, I would say. Tidied some stuff up. Got ourselves a new prison that's almost done. I think that's going to be a good place for it, and we just maybe continue along this edge. I might end up moving the entranceway down a tiny bit to marry up with where that's going to land and be. Dropping cargo pods on our head. Survived a raid with no difficulty whatsoever. That was kind of fun. Yeah, I think that's about it. It's mostly just been clearing up mess and trying to get sort of some of the priorities sorted with the rock cutting and so on. So there you go, folks. Not a massively exciting one today, but it was good to get a bit more on top of the colony. She's starting to look pretty decent from above. If you did like this one, guys, please hit like, please hit subscribe. It does help me in the channel out. If you didn't, then you know what to do. You know where that dislike button is. But also, please hit me up in the comments. Let me know how I can improve. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching, folks. I will catch you next time.